YouTube, how are ya? Buckin Billy Ray. Welcome, and Merry Christmas. I'm just, it's the 23rd of December, and I believe in staying a couple of years ahead on the old firewood scenario. I burn a lot of firewood, so I'm just plucking away at some firewood here, just doing a bit of hand splitting. I got a double bitted axe I'm running here. The wood's pretty straight, so I got an Arvika and a double bit, an old double bit that I kind of cleaned up the handle on, and just kind of running with those things right now. Yeah, so this is not a tutorial by any means. It's just me swinging an axe around, and I'm just getting prepared for. I always stay 2-3 years ahead in my firewood, so that when you look up at my chimney, there's not a lot of smoke coming out of it. Mother Nature appreciates that, so we try and keep a small footprint as we can. You know, being in the wood industry. Like I said, the wood's in real nice shape. It's nice and straight. So I'm not using I haven't used a maul in about, oh God, I'm thinking over 15 years. Just haven't done it. You know, this wood is nice and straight. And I like the weight of a double bit. You know. Pretty paid for Christmas here. We got one out this morning, just laughing. And then I got another, 4 or 5, and that's the season right there. So I do a rotation, kind of like milk. I don't drink milk, but I remember working in a grocery store many years ago, and you had to rotate it. Remember that? So many times I've walked along the sandstone beaches with a song of screaming sea. Anyhow, if you don't have to stand her up, it just kind of saves you a move. But if you do, you do. I got a log splitter in the I think there's some footage actually of my log splitter. Real nice wood. When I'm splitting up my firewood, guys, I like to have a little combination of all kinds of pieces. Not all one size, you know. Some bigger ones, smaller ones. Just makes it easier for everybody. I got a wife and a couple of kids, and they're into feeding it too, right? You gotta make it friendly for everybody. You can't just think about yourself. So this one here is getting a little bony here now. So anyhow, I started a firewood business. I remember about almost 20 years ago now. Coming up on 18 years. I wasn't happy at my job, eh? I just wasn't. I wasn't happy at the job. I got rain out right now, guys. So I don't want to get this camera that wet. I hope I'm not too far away from you. But let's put you here for a few minutes, okay? There we go. So, but anyhow, years ago, I had a job that I wasn't too. I was a young man. I wasn't happy with it, eh? There was other things I wasn't happy with, but the job was definitely one of them. So I remember I made a big decision and changed my life around. And I don't know, it was strange. I just I wanted to run power saw. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I grew up out in the woods. We pillaged for firewood as young children with my mom out in the bush, and we lived on 5 acres. And it was just me and my mom and my brother, eh? And so we learned how to do that stuff pretty young. And we had a lot of maple on the property, so you learned how to use a sledgehammer and a wedge, steel wedge, pretty quick. Steel chunks flying everywhere. You didn't know no better, eh? But anyhow, what am I getting at here? Yeah. Like I say, I had that job I wasn't happy with, and I was afraid to change it, right? It was paying the bills, kinda. know, but I just got to a point where I kind of got sick of it, sick of a few different things, including myself. So I changed that all up and got on the power saw. Like I said, I already said that, now I'm repeating myself. Anyway, so I got on the power saw, and at first I just ran down to a pawn shop and I bought an old, I think it was about a 69 McCullough, an old 1010. If you ever see one, grab one. The old logger sports used to, that one where they run out on the log and they buck, you know, they stand on the end of the log and buck the end off. They used it for that because it was light and it had power. So what I did was I threw on a 28 inch bar on this little thing. It wasn't designed for it, but you know what? It pulled it. It pulled it. So I leaned her out. I leaned the power saw out as much as I could, and to get it running real lean. And man, did it cut. But I had no money. So, but all I knew, guys, this is important for anybody out there who's listening to this garble, is that I was happy for the first time. I mean, I was a happy guy, but when I started working, all I knew is I was happy on a power saw out in the bush cutting firewood. So that's where my little firewood business started. I quit my job. I told my boss, I'm gonna go sell firewood, and he says, you're nuts, you're not gonna make it. And I said, well, I'm doing it anyway. So I did it, and I made it. Ha! I made her. But I started having kids and a wife and that. Hard to raise a family on firewood. So the evolution, I basically went from firewood right into falling, which is kind of funny, but that's what I did. And so I went down that road. 20 years gone by, here I am with Buckin Billy Ray's tree service. I learned to climb and all that, and you know, I started topping trees, and I don't like topping trees no more, but this is what happened, the evolution. And so that's kind of the story behind all of this. And I just, the main thing I'm trying to say, I know I'm rambling and this is a long video, but I just knew that I was happy, and that was it. That was it. That was good enough for me. My wife kept telling me, I was like, honey, I'm not really making a ton of money. She goes, but you're happy, and that's important, and it will come. The money will come. And it did. But I worked hard at it, and so the firewood, I always do firewood, and I have a soft spot in my heart for firewood. And if I ever find a little contract where it's the wood's nice and the going's good, we take it. But if there's so much, I'm too busy doing the tree work now to be running around doing firewood. I do my firewood for myself, and I always will, as long as my body will let me. I got pretty smashed up in 06, was it? Something. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, something like that. 8 years ago anyway. And I got hit by a snag out falling. Just about killed me. But, and you know what the funny thing was? When I was sitting there, you know, half dead, and your mind goes to funny places. And my mind went to, am I ever going to be able to split wood by hand again? That's what was going through my mind in bed when I was laying there. Because as you can see, it's quite a bit of fun. So, anyway, I just thought I'd fire up the camera and kind of share with you what I was doing today. And this is it, you're looking at it. This is actually, for me, this is a day off. That may sound strange, but it is. That not fake. We better go the other way with that. So, there's the beat. Anyhow, yeah, so the tree service now is what I've been documenting. For quite a few years now, I've been documenting really crazy tree jobs and really neat stuff, you know, and I got into repairing old vintage drums because I'm a drummer and I play self-taught, and there's footage on the channel here. So that's me. Power saws, wood, drums, family, you know. I'm trying to help this world out a little bit. Trying to give instead of take. So as I look up to my chimney, I'll show you why I stay ahead of firewood. Okay. That'll be that. That's what you want. Right there. Over and out, people. Another job in the bag. Customer smiling. Buckin Billy Ray smiling. There he is over there. Well, he's going to show it. There's his teeth. I knew he'd see him. Good man, Jack. Look at the size of that guy's arm under that Toyota coat, folks. Oh, there's Mom. She's happy. These things are down. It's got this little stub we got to take care of. A success. Another success. Hey, listen. Thanks a lot, guys, for checking it out. That's fun, eh? Lots of fun. Subscribe if you're having fun. Let's have some more fun. Talk to you guys later on. Thanks again. Over and out.